Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, we want to acknowledge someone who this month would have turned 150 years old. I'm sure she's glad she didn't. Miss Beatrice Winser. Miss Beatrice Winser was the assistant director to John Cotton Dana and eventually succeeded him as the director of the Newark Public Library and the Newark Museum. She was also a trustee and an uncredited organizer of the present Rutgers University-Newark today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Ms. Beatrice Winser. Additional information can be found at www.beatrice150.com. There will be a series of programs taking place throughout the year, led by our very own Professor Quintus Jett. And now, as Martha indicated, we're going to proceed with the program and begin honoring our unsung SHEroes.
Since being honored at the Rutgers-Newark Women's History Month celebration, I come into my office every morning and see the ruby pin I was honored with. For me, it is a constant reminder that because of the powerful women I work with and for and have learned from, that I'm able to use my voice and my work to impact so many others.
Since being honored at the 2018 Rutgers-Newark Women's History Month celebration, my organization, Women in Media Newark, has gained 501c3 not-for-profit status from the IRS.
Since being honored at the Rutgers-Newark Women's History Month celebration, I have received my bachelor's degree from the School of Arts and Science Social Work Department. I started a new career at the Department of Children and Families. Also, I was initiated into Gamma Zeta chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and received a resolution from the Essex County Board of Chosen Freeholders and a joint legislative resolution from Assemblywoman Tucker and Senator Rice.
I feel more confident, more determined, and that recognition set off an overflow of opportunities and blessings. I am so grateful to Rutgers-Newark for giving us that moment.
It was such an honor to be recognized at the Rutgers Women's Celebration last year. Personally, just being able to be connected to an even richer group of dynamic women, all of whom are just committed to improving their communities and doing so alongside other women with like-minded visions and values was just truly, truly an honor.
Since being honored at Rutgers-Newark Women's History Month celebration, I have witnessed my life manifest into purpose. This impactful experience reminds me every day a woman's struggle is a suit of armor. Best wishes to the new honorees. May we continue to find the courage and time to love and inspire.
And I need not say that this year's honorees are just as dynamic. I'd like to ask my steering committee member, Darlene Brown, to please come and join me as we pin our first honoree. Our first honoree is Ms. Rose Bailey-Byers. Ms. Rose Bailey-Byers is working at the Academic Foundation Center's EOF Fund Program, has been with Rutgers-Newark for over 30 years. Throughout her time, she has served countless EOF students who are now employed throughout the greater United States. Let's have a round of applause for Ms. Rose Bailey-Byers. Our pins were created by our local vendor on Halsey Street. They have a couple of pendants on them. It has a Rutgers R and a couple of other things. You might want to look closer towards our honorees so that you can see all the exciting things on there. Let's now have another round of applause for Ms. Rose Bailey-Byers. At this time, I'd like to invite Steering Committee member Dr. Keena Perry to please come forward. and pin our second honoree, Miss Regina Diamond-Rodriguez. Regina has tirelessly devoted herself to providing meaningful access and assistance to students transitioning from prison to college. Many of these students have gone on to become leaders in the greater Newark community. Let's have a round of applause for Regina. At this time, I'd like to ask Assistant Chancellor Dr. Diane Hill to please join me. Dr. Hill will be pinning our student SHEro. It is Miss Tatyana Harold. Tatyana Harold is an alum of the Are You Ready for Work program, currently in the Honors Living and Learning community, and an Honors College student. She is a peer mentor to several students at Rutgers University-Newark. She participates in community service projects and finds time to work as a community service officer on campus. At this time, I'd like to ask my steering committee member, Michelle Rancis, to please come forward. Michelle will be pinning our community SHEro, Ms. Sarah Cruz. Sarah has been a partner to Rutgers University for many years in her role as the Special Assistant of Extended Learning Time with the Newark Public Schools. She's been instrumental in coordinating, developing, implementing, and promoting quality before, after school, and summer programs for Newark Public School students. She hires Rutgers students throughout the year as tutors, mentors, and program assistants, providing our RU students both employment and meaningful work experiences to complement their resumes. Let's have a round of applause for Ms. Sarah Cruz. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to ask Ms. Lori Scott Pickens to please join me. And at this time, we'd like to recognize Ms. Lakeesha Eure. Through the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition, Lakeesha is working to bring community residents and professional stakeholders together to work to end not only incidents of violence, but more importantly, the cycle of violence in Newark. She advocates for politicians, law enforcement, and community residents to take an active role in ending the cycle of violence and making the city a safe place for all citizens, especially young people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Lakeesha. At this time, we're going to ask all our honorees to please join us. We're going to ask our steering committee members to please join us. And our panelists, if you could just stand right behind our nominees. And this picture would not be complete if we didn't have Vice Chancellor Sherry Ann Butterfield and our Special Advisor Marsha Brown. And ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure I introduce to you the 2019 SHEro Award recipients, the steering committee, our panelists, and our co-moderators. Let's have a nice warm round of applause. We are proud of you.